Hi, I'm Anna Greenland and I'm an eco-gardener. I fell in love with eco-gardening when I was living in Cornwall in my early 20s, and I was renting a little cottage on the north coast and it had a greenhouse in the garden, and I just started tinkering around, growing things, and just got the bug and haven't stopped since. And then when you come to eat the produce, it tastes so much better because you know that it's just been grown with good compost and lots of love in a healthy soil. Today we're going to be talking about growing undercover. And if you're just starting out in your eco-friendly gardening journey, then growing undercover is a really important thing to remember because you aren't going to have pesticides and synthetic fertilizers at your disposal. So raising plants indoors, making them more robust before you set them out in the garden is a really helpful thing to do. I'm just planting some tomato seeds in the greenhouse, and this just means that they can grow and develop with a little bit of protection before they have to be planted out. I find that if I sow a lot of my vegetable crops outside directly into the soil, they can actually be quite susceptible. So they'll spring up into these lovely, healthy little seedlings, but then they might get nibbled by all sorts of pests or more susceptible to the cold, more susceptible to disease. And there's no way I want to use any chemicals. So I find that raising my plants in a structure like a greenhouse, I almost view it like a little nursery school environment. So I'm raising and nurturing these little plants. I'm giving them the best start in life before I let them go out into the garden by themselves. Successful eco-friendly gardening begins with raising healthy and resilient plants. And this starts with a little bit of shelter, protection, and some TLC. You can even use a cloche, and this is an old Victorian one that I picked up secondhand. But you can get all sorts of different ones in the shops, or you could use something like a big glass jar like this, just to pop over a seedling.